Hi, it's Rita, and in my previous video I showed you where I have started sewing together, I'll call them random patches of scraps. Not so random actually, because my eye insisted on being involved in determining what what patterns were fitting well against other patterns and what colors seemed happiest next to each other. So random, but really in a way not so random. But what I decided I wanted to do was create ultimately some 7-inch squares, and I did prepare this 7-inch square out of cardboard, and this is now part 2, where I'm turning the scraps into squares. And here you can see where I've attached like a little handle to the square so I can move it around and see how best I want to use the assemblage that I've already put together. I find that sewing these assemblages without a pre-planned pattern gives me a lot of freedom, and I wind up with unexpected things that if I was just filling a square from scratch, I probably wouldn't have thought to do. For example, I wind up sometimes with interesting diagonals and things like that. So it's a very freeing way to work. And here I'm showing you some of the assemblages I've made, and if you are looking very closely, you might have noticed that I've already made some decisions about how the square is going to look. And I've marked it with a pen. So I was able to use some of these interesting diagonals I wound up with, and you might be wondering, well, what is coming next? What are you going to do with these squares? At this moment, I don't know yet. It could be part of a quilt or something else. Sometimes I just like putting them together. And whatever is not going to be used is certainly not going to go to waste. It'll be used for something. Here I get to use some of my favorite polka dots, just indicating where I marked. Sometimes I had to sacrifice something that I really liked a lot, but you can't have everything. Something was going to be outside the square. So in this clip you can see where I've cut out all the pieces, and you can see that no two are alike or exactly alike. And so onward, I will be trying to figure out what to do next. And in the meantime, thank you for watching, and thank you for joining me. See you next time.